I'm pretty sure that's about to come up. Eddie Betts, welcome.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
G'day, Ed.
Petracca, great to have you here.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me.
Maybe a word for Jack first, as he reaches 300 games.
That's an unbelievable achievement. To play 300, especially for one of the biggest clubs in Australia, in Richmond. It's fantastic to reach that milestone, let alone playing, one game, but 300 is just unbelievable. He's a super player, a team player, and, it'll be someone that you love playing with.
He's a big-time player. He can be out of form, Jack, but he arrives in finals. He's had a couple of poor finals. When the really big one comes, he steps up, and I think that's a mark of a champion footballer.
He's a very special player. His resume is unbelievable. The awards he's won, individual accolades, and again, what Eddie said, for an unbelievable team like Richmond, a big powerhouse, is pretty special.
And it's the little things too that he does. You don't pick, or you do pick it up, but just tap on, setting his teammates up. It's fantastic to see.
Any advice for 300th game? Is you've got to keep a little something special, don't you?
Just enjoy the week. I mean, it's a fantastic build-up. I guess, you go out there to get team success. But to play 300 games, it's a fantastic week.
That's what you
do that.
All my family was behind the goals, and it was just great.
Hungry.
No, it's funny because I actually had a bet that with my brother-in-law. He said, if you kick over 5 goals in this game, I'll get a tattoo of your face on my butt cheek. So
did he?
I kicked 6 goals, and he went through it and got a
How big is it?
It's about that big. But I wrote 2 children's books, and it's the cartoon character, so he got that tattooed on his butt.
That's unbelievable.
So, but no, it's a fantastic week, and hopefully the boys can play well for him. It's going to be a big game Friday night against Brisbane. 2 teams coming off losses, so I'll be looking forward to that game.
All right, Melbourne back on top of the ladder. It was a powerhouse performance on Thursday night. What was the one aspect of it for you, Christian?
I just felt like we got our aggression back. Yeah, I felt like our hunt right from the first second of the bounce. It was awesome. We were very aggressive, and I felt like the midfield sort of led the way in that. We've sort of, as I say every week on this show, our starts have sort of been really slow. So to start off like that in a hostile environment, Port Adelaide or Adelaide Oval in general, I mean, Eddie would understand it's a very hostile area. So to go out there and felt like it was a sort of 4-quarter effort. I mean, they're a very good team, so they came back in the third quarter, but I still felt like we sort of stopped their flow a bit and we got our game back on terms.
A lot of good players. It was a great team performance. I reckon it was close to one of your best performances this year by Melbourne. But we're going to talk about you for a second. I watch it closely. I thought that was your best all-round game this year as well, Christian, in the sense where you were really productive offensively, but, God, you worked hard defensively. I mean, that run-down tackle, it's only one moment, but it was really indicative of how you and how the team went about it.
Yeah, I think that's when I'm probably playing my best footy, is when I'm, putting that defensive pressure on. Obviously, I love to attack and I love to kick goals, and sometimes I do leave it up to the other mids to sort of defend for me. But
sound like Dusty and Nathan Fife, mate.
But no, I feel like that's sort of one of my cues every week, is to sort of bring that intensity. And it's not just, I feel like I do my best work in sort of that little square where I'm sort of hunting the ball, but it's the sort of the outer areas where I feel like I can have a defensive effort. And again, we needed that. We need to bring that. And as a leader of the footy club, I felt like I need to bring that.
A lot of people would say when a player plays well, oh, he was in the zone. And you played really well. But I think what's really impressed people this year is that the zone that people talk about, you're in it a hell of a lot. That's your level of football. Do you feel any pressure when you go out, or are you still the kid from Warrandyte who says, right, let's just play footy and have fun?
No, I get very nervous for games.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I think, I do a lot of preparation and I do a lot during the week. I feel like, Eddie will probably be similar. He probably, you get nervous. It's your job, but at the same time, you care.
The expectation.
You care a lot. And I think, obviously, off the back of last week's game against GWS, we want to come out and all guns blazing. We wanted to be right from the start. So the lead up to the week was all about winning, and I felt like we did a great job of that.
You did.
Eddie, there are all sorts of frustrations in footy. The self-sabotage of inaccurate goal kicking, is that in a special category of its own when a team just can't hit the mark?
It is frustrating when you can't get it through the big sticks. I guess, we go out there not to miss the goals, but we do a lot of work on it during training, and as you can see there, some of these are easy shots, and I think too we could find people in better positions. We took a lot of wide shots, and I guess when we watch back the vision, no one was really leading, putting their hand up to try to get that ball. And yeah, it is tough. And all we wanted to do is start well. We did that last year against Geelong. We came out, we started well. I think we kicked four goals, 4 to 5 goals, and we got the game on our terms. But here we kicked 5 goals, 14, I think it is. So yeah, it is frustrating when you can't get it through the big sticks.
It's funny, you know, you want players to take the responsibility. Go back, take the shot. When you're not kicking straight, they get slammed. But I thought they took the responsibility when they had the ball in their hands.
Yeah, it is, and you know, when you're doing goal kicking, it's a lot to do with mental as well. You know, when you don't kick that first one or you miss the second one.
So that's true. The team, people often talk about it. The monkey jumps on the whole team. If he misses, there's more pressure on the next. There's more pressure on the next, and there's more pressure.
Yeah, well, on yourself as well. So if you miss the goal, you think, oh, I've got to kick this. I've got to kick the next one. Then you start doubting yourself, where you've just got to just believe in yourself. Go through a routine. You know, you practice it. You know, for a full year. You know, with someone with a routine, and think positive. When I'm goal kicking, I'm always saying, yep, I'm going to put this through the sticks. I don't think negative at all, no matter where I am on the ground. If I'm too far out, yeah, I might try to look for
a top.
Nah, not Toby Green, but pass it off or hand it off. But always got to think positive and say you're putting it through.
When did you realise that Patrick Dangerfield was going to give you a kiss? What was he saying to you?
It's funny because
was he romancing you first?
I actually got the ball and I got hit, and I thought I'm on the clear, I'm going to have a snap at goal, and then I got hit straight away, and I was actually dazed a bit here, and I was like, oh my God, and all I could hear was, are you okay? Are you okay? Ed? And then I opened my eyes up, and it was Patrick Dangerfield, and because we're close mates, I'm like, I said, oh, just let me kick the goal, Paddy. And then he's like, you're getting a bit old, Dan pointed out my grey hairs and came down and said, I love you, man, and almost kissed me. So,
I thought it was a great moment.
It was good, and he helped me up. But I was actually dazed, and I had my eyes closed, and when I opened it, Paddy was just standing right there. I was like, oh, okay, Patrick.
Have you really got grey hairs? I can't see them. They'll come up on TV, you know that, don't you?
Well, a lot of boys always say, do I get my hair flushed?
You're looking very good.
Do I get my hair flushed? And I can't verbally agree that I do, but I may get a flush through it. But I like to feel young, Robbo, you know? I like to feel young, feel fresh, feel young, yes. Go out and, you know, and play happy.
We need a bit of help from you. We need you to cast a vote here. Macca's 50 years celebration as we're helping out here in Australia. We're looking back at the most memorable footy celebrations.
Really?
As voted by the fans. So Jack needs a bit of help here. Mark Williams' tie.
Oh, it was a massive moment. Massive
Jack
moment.
Rebolt's Mr. Brightside.
Choco would be so happy with that.
Oh, Choco would love it.
So happy with that.
Oh, it was a great moment, though, wasn't it, Jared?
Yes, yeah.
I've actually played both of those days. Played a practice the TAC Cup before that game, the grand final for Quarter Cannons, and against Jack in that grand final when we lost. So, because we won the grand final for TAC Cup, I'm going to go for Choco.
Very good. Use the QR code and have a vote yourselves. Good luck. Great to see you. You're going to stay with us. A cause close to Melbourne's heart next. The Pink Lady match.